Okay, so we've been talking about the 80-20 principle, where the 80% is all of the details, the time-consuming things that don't make an agent as productive as the 20%, which makes them more successful. 80% being the time-consuming things, 20% being lead generating, working with buyers and sellers, things like that. Agents will typically hire an assistant to do the 80%, chasing down paperwork and so forth. And that's called leveraging yourself. Now, we have a business doing listing and transaction management where the agent leverages themselves through us. We handle the majority of that 80%, and we are paid transaction by transaction as independent contractors, which takes care of employee taxes, managing training, and so forth. Yesterday I said that I was going to talk about one of the things that is an 80% item. There are numerous 80% items within a listing and a transaction, but let's just take the HOA documents real quick. Everybody knows about HOA documents. Let's say you have a listing that goes under contract, and you process the contract, you've chased down the paperwork. Well, now you have to order the HOA docs. If it's in a mandatory HOA, there's going to be an addendum to a property subject to a mandatory homeowners association with a specified amount of days, typically 10 to 15 days. The HOA docs have to be delivered to the buyer within those amount of days, or the buyer can back out of the contract for any reason at all if those HOA docs are not delivered, not just ordered, but delivered. So an agent has to order the HOA docs, which takes time. You have to find out who the management company is and then order the docs. You have to set an alarm or put it in your to-dos, or somehow track the time that passes in between the time you order these docs and get when they're ready. Once they're ready, you have to either pay for them yourself or get a check from the seller. Then you have to go to the management company. You have to pay for these docs, pick them up, and then deliver them to the buyer. Once they're delivered to the buyer, you have to somehow have a receipt or something, make a copy of that, put it in your records. On the buyer side, you have to touch base with the listing agent, make sure the HOA docs have been ordered, track that, then get the HOA docs. Once you've received the HOA docs from the buyer's agent, then you have to get them to your buyer within that amount of time. This is just one thing. This is just the HOA docs. This is an 80% item, and I'll be honest with you guys, HOA docs take up so much time within a transaction process, and typically a listing agent doesn't even order them, and if they do, they typically don't deliver them in time, which is very scary for your sellers, because then the buyer can back out for any reason. I'll be talking about some more items in the upcoming days. Again, I would appreciate any comments or feedback on what we're going over, or any suggestions on something that you would like covered. Thanks a lot.